Welcome to day 18. Congratulations for making this far. Pay attention. We're using the same system, the same formula. Everything is the same. But why do some people make sales and what some don't? Listen to Michelle very closely as she delivers this and she lands on it big time.
18 of our Freedom Formula Sprint. And in day 18, we're going to talk about why some people get sales and why some don't. I want to be honest with you today because understanding this can change everything because we're all inside the same program with the same tools and the same training and the same social media platforms. Why do some get sales and why do some not? The difference isn't the talent, my friend, it's the execution. So, what people who get sales actually do? They speak clearly. They know who their ideal customer is. People understand who they help and what problem they solve. They show up consistently. Not just when they feel motivated, they invite confidently as well. And they don't just post value, they tell people how to get started. They build trust weekly through content, through email, and through the repetition of showing up. That makes a difference. And they track the numbers. They're not making any decisions off of emotion because they treat it like a business. It pays them like a business. So, what do people who don't get sales, what do they often do? Okay. And this is the opposite side of the pattern here. So, people who struggle usually post inconsistently. They disappear for weeks and then come back hoping things start working. They avoid inviting, they avoid doing a CTA, some avoid going live. They teach, but never say what the next step is. They get emotional about views and they get inconsistent. And if one post flops, they assume the system doesn't work and they don't try to master who their perfect customer is. One of the biggest ones is they quit too early before trust compounds, before momentum builds, before authority develops. One of the things I've noticed is if you never quit, you will win. We've had people get customers immediately. We've had people take 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, but they never quit and they finally got customers. You never know when that happens. So, why does it take longer for some people? Because they've mastered their message. If you look back on the people that took 8 months or 3 months or 6 months, they probably avoid inviting. They probably avoid it showing up all the time. They probably let emotional triggers of no views or nobody's getting in my emails get to them, which made them procrastinate. You know what's exciting about everything I just shared with you? It's figure out and fixable. That's what's great. So, the truth that sets you free, my friend, here it is. The program works, but execution varies. Not because people aren't capable, but because consistency is uncomfortable. Posting when no one watches can feel awkward. I get it. I've been there. Inviting when no one buys feels vulnerable. I get it. But that's exactly where momentum is built. It's the work that you do today shows up tomorrow. That's why we do these 90-day runs, because if you hang in for these 90 days, things will change, momentum will start happening. So you need to have the identity shift. And the identity shift with this is you have to stop asking, why isn't this working for me? Start asking, am I executing the fundamentals? This business is so simple: content, email, trust, invitation, consistency. That's the formula. Just follow the formula and execute. Today's action step is simple. Audit your activity, not your emotions. Ask yourself, did I show up? Did I invite? Did I follow up? If the answer is no, adjust and continue. But let me add another layer to that. Did I show up as a six-figure earner? Did I invite like my life depended on it? Did I follow up, making sure I was responding to the comments, answering the emails? Important questions to ask. Once you become aware of this, you can change the patterns keeping you this way. Remember, systems don't fail, inconsistency does. And remember, the person who stays consistent long enough becomes the person everyone else is asking how they did.
So you see it, right? Let me ask you this. This really hits home for me, right? How are you showing up? Are you showing up like the person you intend to be? Or are you showing up with the person you still are? Which one would you want to become? The one that you are now or the one that you would want to be? Check your attitude, check the way you show up, and I'm going to see you on day 19.